And one man was walking right around the oval, picking up the net. And way over the far corner, the runners ran right across Jim Holmes. Jim, in the captain. Service. Very good. Jim Holmes, a lovely guy. Other things are a little less respectable, perhaps. Rodney Edwards is one of the best tennis players we've ever had here. Played for the state and that sort of thing. And we went on a trip to Albury, and then the week later, because of the draw and all that, we went on another trip to Albury. And by this time, Rodney Edwards had realised that although he loved decorating his bedroom, he never had anything associated with the dog sitting on the tucker box, the Gunga dog. So on the way back, it happened to be night, on the way back, I pulled into the shop there to have a drink or something like that, and when I got back and drove the school bus off, in the back was this sign, tucker box, something or other, this or that. And it was, we'd gone too far to go back, obviously. And so we pulled up at Warwick Farm there, and as far as I know, Rodney has it today. I was given the tennis team, a tennis team to look after, and I coached that tennis team, and I brought in a system of competition. One would have thought that I was a Liberal rather than the Labor Party, because the way you got into the tennis team of mine was to challenge any guy in it and beat him. If you beat them, you were in. That was it. And the PE master, or the sports master, Yappy Nelson, thought this was wonderful because it did things for the tennis team, and we trained. And so the following year, he gave me the second 15 when the teacher there left and had to sort of go elsewhere, and I took on the second 15 there. I introduced a few things there. I made them do their training runs outside the fence, do their laps outside the fence. Then they couldn't cheat. Then I knew who the people out of condition were. So you just chop off the tail. But you get them running around the oval, can't they cut the corners? Yes. I was actually thinking of getting one of those wide rotary HAHS to go around the oval and make it a nice smooth running track outside the fence, so I could work these blokes out. I adopted the Randwick style. My blood is green, and that worked very well. The next team that I had, the seconds the next year, won on the average 40-1 and set up a scoring record that had never been seen in the school before. Every match averaged 40-1 win. And then in 1975, I coached the 14As, and Greg Mackey was in that team. He's been a successful league player. He's now playing his third club, halfback for Canterbury. He was wasted the weekend, I think. And it's just unfortunate that Greg Mackey was forced to leave. The teachers had the power to make life so unbearable that a kid had to leave, and Greg Mackey was given that treatment. The second grade philosophy we adopted, which Harry Douglas had before me, was that the aim of second grade was to help first grade win. We did this in the second year I had seconds by substituting our second grade for the whole first grade, because they had a Waratah Shield match very soon after that, and we beat Punch Bowl 6-0, and a guy named Mike Hudson kicked 2 goals that won the match. Now Mike Hudson was rather interesting. When he was on a bus going through on a bus trip somewhere, he leaned out of the window when he saw a pregnant woman, and he called out some sort of encouraging remarks which wasn't sort of acceptable. And Mike has since become the secretary of the Canberra Race Club and something bigger. He's a guy who's trying to work out satellite horse sales, and apparently he's doing that. He got a big write-up in the paper recently. But anyway, that was. Oh, and the interesting thing was that Punch Bowl team, I think it was Punch Bowl, that we beat 6-0, contained Paul Martin, who's now a PE teacher at this school and Coon rugby coach. And any time you really want to put Marto down, you just remind him of the time that he was beaten by Hills in second grade. Oh yes, good. One other thing that you should know is that Cess Ramoa, who was I think Hurlston's first international, but anyway, he was at Hurlston in 1937.